Hey guys, welcome back. It's Krystal. So today I have a Bdellium Tools brush review for you guys. I have all these brushes right here that I want to review, and I'm going to go through each one and tell you a little bit about them, and I will insert some clips of me using the brushes and applying some makeup with them. So they did send me 3 brushes, and then the rest of them I had purchased myself. I'm going to go over these 3 brushes first. These 3 are part of their new BDHD collection. Now at the time that I purchased the other brushes, these were not available yet. They didn't even have these on the website. So when they sent me these, I was super excited and stoked, and I feel like my lighting is super bright. Okay, sorry, it's like a rainy day. I mean, it's clearing up now, but the lighting is kind of back and forth. So I do apologize about the lighting, but so when they sent me these, I was super excited because these are very different than any other brushes I have in my collection. And on the back of them, it says the patent is pending. So I guess they're very unique. So basically, this is what they look like. So it's like a kabuki brush, but it's very tapered around the edges. So I have other angled brushes, like from Sigma. Like I used to have the angled kabuki. I think my ferrule broke or something, so I tossed it out, but I don't have any that are tapered like this. They're more of a straight cut. So these were just very different than any other brush I have in my collection. I don't have anything like this. So there's 3 different ones here, and I'm gonna go over each one. So first off, let me start by saying they feel really nice in quality, and you know, at first I was like, I don't really care for the yellow handle, but honestly, it really doesn't bother me what color the handle is. As long as the brush is good quality, that's all I care about. So this one is the Studio 988 BDHD Phase 1 Large Foundation / Powder Brush. And this retails for $25. So it's extremely soft, nicely packed with bristles, very dense, but it still has some give. So I've tried this with foundation, but for me personally, I feel like this one's just a little bit too big for my liking for foundation. I actually like the one that's a little bit smaller for foundation, but I'll get into that in a minute. I found that I like this better for powder products. Sometimes after I apply my liquid foundation, I like to press the powder onto my face instead of going in a circular motion. It just really depends. Like if I'm gonna wear a powder foundation, obviously I want to buff that into the skin, but if it's just like a setting powder and I just want a light dusting of it over my face, sometimes I just like to press a little bit in like this. So that's pretty much what I like this brush for. Now let me tell you what it says about these brushes, because it says the shape of the brush enables you to blend and apply highlight and contour with one side of the brush, and then use the other side to soften the look with the loose or compact powders in circular motion. This one's a little bit big for me for my liquid foundation, but I do like it for powder to press in product, or if I put concealer under my eyes, I can blend out the concealer because it's like the perfect shape. It just like sits on the face perfectly. So I like to blend out my concealer with this as well. I think it's a really nice brush, but I actually prefer this next one more. Okay. So the next one is the BDHD 968. Now this one is a smaller version of the other one, as you can see. Oh, and mine were very dirty. I've been using these brushes consistently, so if you see a little bit of blue on the bristles, it's because I was trying to clean them before this video, and I used my Cinema Secrets brush cleaner, which is blue, and especially to get off the foundation, all the foundation out of here, I really had to use a lot of that. So some of them have a little bit of blue on the bristles, so that is why. But this brush, I just absolutely love this. This is probably one of my favorites out of all the ones that I have. This is just a smaller version of this brush. You can use it for foundation, liquids, creams, powders. So I love this brush for foundation, and I actually like to use it with this side on my face, and then I just kind of blend the foundation in circular motions. It works fabulously. I forgot to mention, all the bristles on these particular brushes are synthetic fibers, so just wanted to note that. But I just love to blend my liquid foundation in circular motions with this brush. I just can't stop using this brush. And I love the way that it fits under my eye as well. So I can blend the foundation nicely under my eye, and then also I can blend the concealer really nicely under my eye. I also like these 2 brushes to set my under eye concealer. So what I do is get a loose powder. I will dip it in. You know, the whole baking method is in right now. So if I like to bake my under eyes, I take a bunch of the powder, loose powder, onto the brush, and I just dab it right under my eye area to set the concealer, and I can do it with both of these brushes. Obviously this one's going to cover more surface area than this one, but I use them both for that, and I absolutely love them for that. So I feel like this one for me is just a little bit more multifunctional because I can use it for foundation. This one I really like to contour like with cream products, but you can use cream products to contour with, and you can also highlight, conceal, apply powder, anything. This brush is just amazing. You can even do like powder foundation and buff that in circular motions. So I absolutely love this brush, highly recommend it. This one retails for $20. So this one's $25, this one's $20. And so this next one is the Studio 788V BDHD Phase 3 Blending Concealing Brush. This one retails for $14. So it's the same shape as the other two brushes, but it's just a mini version. Now I really love this for concealing, so it's great for putting concealer under your eyes, blending it out. It's good for small areas like around your nose. It's great for spot concealing. I just really love this brush. And it's also really good for like applying a cream eyeshadow base on your entire lid. So like if I wanted to use my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot, I could use this brush just to blend it on the lid, which I have done many times. Now in the clip, I think I used an eyeshadow base that I just put on the lid, not on the entire lid. It's okay for that, but I think it's better if you use something that's more like nude, like a neutral color that you're going to apply all the way from lid to brow. But you can use it either way. You can just blend like a cream shadow onto the lid. But I really love this brush and I highly recommend it as well. So the rest of the brushes that I'm going to talk about are the ones that I purchased myself. Now, I got these, the ones I purchased myself before they sent me the other ones. So I had started using these before I even knew that I was going to get the other ones. And when I first got these, I'm not going to lie, I thought they felt a little bit scratchy. So I was a little bit disappointed initially. However, after washing them several times, they have really softened up. And I think because a lot of these are goat hair brushes, so a lot of times when they're goat hair brushes, depending I guess on the type of goat hair, they can be a little bit scratchy, but it's just like human hair. Like, you know, you wash it, you put conditioner, it softens up. So that's kind of the case with these. Like after washing them, they just really became much softer. So I'm a lot more happier with them than I initially thought I was going to be. This first brush is ginormous. It is the 990 Studio Angled Face Brush. This retails for $19. And this guy is huge. It's a lot bigger than I expected it to be, but like I said, it's a lot softer, so much softer than it was when I first got it. So just if you purchase these, just wash them at least a couple times before you use them and they will really soften up. I couldn't find right now, I'm like looking on my cell phone at the description of each brush as I talk about it because I just want to tell you what it's intended for and then what I like it for. I didn't see where it says what these are made out of. It's a wide, flat, angled brush, which is perfectly suited for whisking powder over the face. It also can be used to gently brush off excess product with its large handle. This brush helps eliminate the most subtle contours of the face. So when I got this at first and I started using it, I'm like, I don't know if I like it. It's just a little bit big. I don't know what it is. With bigger brushes, I just have to get used to them, I guess. But I've actually grown to love this brush. I definitely feel like if you bake, it's a great brush to like dust away the product, especially like under your eye area. So this is great for the baking and just like swiping the product off your face. I also really like this to just kind of lightly dust powder all over my face. I know it's not like your traditional shaped brush for that, but it really does work because it's nice and fluffy. The bristles have a little bit of give and it kind of is just angled nicely to fit to the face, you know what I mean? So I also like this brush to apply bronzer, just like dusting the bronzer all over the face. So it's just nice because it just fits in the contour of the face, but it is fluffier and big, so it really just kind of diffuses the product nicely. I wouldn't use this for contouring per se because it's just not that precise, but if you want to bronze your entire face, this is a great brush for that. So it's just good for powders and also for bronzing the face. So that's what I love this brush for. It's a lot softer than it initially was, like so much softer. Okay, so this next brush is the Studio 962 Slanted Blusher Brush. And it says, effortlessly apply contouring and highlighting powders to structure the face. This gracefully angled brush applies blush or powder flawlessly to highlight and contour the cheeks. This brush is made of soft, optimized mix of natural and synthetic hairs, or synthetic fibers, sorry. So this one has a mix of fibers. The other one didn't say, so I'm not really sure what this one's made of. So this one's a mix of hairs. Again, this one felt a little bit scratchy initially, but after washing it numerous times, it feels so much softer, you guys. So I really love this brush for contouring and for blush. So it's just the perfect size to contour and really buff out the powder. So you know how some brushes are like a little bit small and it gives you a nice contour, but it really doesn't do a good job of blending that out? Well, this does both. So I really love it for contouring with powders, but it's also really great for blush just because it's angled and it's nice and fluffy and it just diffuses the blush on the cheeks nicely. So I like this brush for both of those things. And this brush retails for $17. Okay, so this next brush is the Studio 960 Precision Blusher Brush. And it's a dome-shaped brush containing a mix of natural pony hair and tapered nylon. Deliver a gentle brush look. The tapered design is excellent for shading and highlighting cheeks and face with blush. This blusher brush will give you the finish of professionals. So this retails for $14.75. So this brush is good for just applying blush like onto the apples of the cheeks, but I've also used it for contouring, honestly, because it's more tapered, like pinched in right here, so it's a little bit flat, so it's really good to contour with it, guys. And I've also blended out the contour. I mean, it's not the best for just applying like bronzer all over the face. It's not my preference, but it does work for that. So you can contour but also blend it out. The other nice thing about this brush is you can apply powder, like if you like to bake again, or just lightly dust powder under the eye. But if you like to bake, you can just pat the powder under the eye. The other thing I really love this for is like if you like to clean up your contour, like make it really crisp, I will take my loose powder or even just a pressed powder and I will like go like this and just really clean up that contour. So this is the 960 brush. Anyways, this is the 942 Slanted Contour Brush. This retails for $11. This says its angled bristles offers a precise application to the cheeks to shape and structure your face. Create a sculpted appeal utilizing this brush's ability to hug curves of the cheek and cheekbones. And it doesn't say what this brush is made out of. So this one has the white bristles versus the black brown bristles, and I really love this brush for contouring. I love that it's small, it has the angle to it, it's soft. So it just really, like it says, it hugs the cheekbone area right here, so it's perfect for contouring but also for blending it out. And I also really like this for applying blush. It's kind of small, but if you want to be very precise with your blush, it applies it very precisely. So I really love this and I highly recommend this brush. It's one of my favorites. Okay, all right, so this is the Studio 785 Tapered Blending Brush. So it says this brush has a unique shape that is ideal for applying shadow along the crease of the eye to add depth. This retails for $8.50. Honestly, out of all the brushes that I have from Bdellium Tools, this one was the most disappointing, and I was hoping that it would be very soft and it would really diffuse the color into the crease. But honestly, even after washing this several times, it is very scratchy and pokey. So this one just wasn't a win for me, unfortunately. It was very disappointing. Now, I don't know if I got a dud, baby, but if any of you guys have tried this brush and you love it, just let me know if yours is softer than mine. I don't know, but it's just very pokey, like especially to like go like this into the crease. I don't know, but this brush was very disappointing. Now it does diffuse the color into the crease nicely, but when it's scratching my eye, I don't even want to bother using it, you know what I mean? So this one was a no-go for me. I don't recommend this one unless I got a dud, I don't know. So this next one is the Studio 783 Small Tapered Blending Brush. This retails for $10. This says it's ideal for applying shadow along the crease or curve of the eyelid to add depth, no matter what your eye shape. Look no further for a beautiful brush that makes your eyes pop. The tapered pony and black silk bristles apply shadow from the inner corner to the outer corner to the inner corner. This brush is made of soft, optimized mix of natural and synthetic fibers. So this one was a little disappointing as well. I do like the shape of it because it really can deepen up the crease nicely, like from the outer corner like the inner corner, like it says. but it's a little bit firm. I mean, it's not as scratchy, not nearly as scratchy as this one, but it's not the softest one either for applying eyeshadow, so it wasn't my favorite. I wish it was a little bit softer at the tip, because if you're going to use the very tip of it to apply shadow into the crease, you know, you want it to be soft. You don't want it to be scratching your eye. So it wasn't the softest, but it wasn't as disappointing as the other one. So this is the Studio 781 crease brush. It retails for $10.50. It says created for eye crease work and used with contrasting colors. It says for fine application, use only the tip of the brush. So this one was okay for me. Again, I do really like the shape of this. It's really good to apply like a darker shadow on the outer corner and blend that on the outer V. But it is also good for applying a little bit of depth into the crease. So I do like it for that. I do like this brush, but again, I feel like it's not the softest. I don't know, it's not as soft as I was hoping, but I really do love the shape of it. Maybe with continued washing, it will get a little softer. So this is the Studio 766 Angled Shadow Brush. It says soft and smooth angled fibers, ideal for applying shadow to the crease and corners of the eye, great for adding color to the contours of the face. So this one retails for $8. So I personally love angled eyeshadow brushes like this one. So it's just really good, like it says, to apply shadow to the crease. So if you put the longer portion of the brush into the crease, like into the socket, and then you just kind of do a windshield wiper motion like this, it really distributes the product into the crease nicely, and it can even give you like a really soft cut crease look. So I really love this brush. It's soft and it's one of my favorites. So I love that one. So this is the Studio 711 Pointed Tip Liner Brush. This retails for $8. And this one says a must-have brush for clean, precise, and even strokes and definition. This extra fine narrow brush works well with liquid or cream products. Made with all synthetic fibers, this brush is perfect with any formula. So I love this brush for gel eyeliner. So these types of brushes, like the shape of these, are kind of my favorite for gel eyeliner. I have a ton of the ones that came with like my Maybelline gel liner and I think the L'Oreal gel liners. These two brushes right here, they're very similar in shape. And these have always been my favorite style of brushes for gel liner. So it's just kind of annoying having a really short handle. Like sometimes I just want to get rid of all these little brushes that I have, but they're like my favorite. So this one is kind of similar. I feel like the tip of it is a little longer, as you can see there. But I love this because it's like my shape, what I like. It comes to a nice point. I mean, not like a super fine point, but you know, it's a little bit flattened, but it comes to a point. And it's just perfect for applying my gel liner. I feel like it glides right on, and then because it's so long and kind of comes to a more of a point, it's perfect for my wing. Like my wing liner comes out so good. I don't even know if in the clips that I did, if I did a clip using it for gel liner. If I didn't, I do apologize, but it is amazing for gel eyeliner. I love this brush. So this next one is the Studio 540 Precision Liner Brush, and mine's a little bit dirty with concealer. I forgot to clean this one. So this retails for $8. It says flat, firm bristles converge into a tapered tip, ideal for lipstick and lipstick liner application. So honestly, I have not used this for lipstick or lip liner. I would imagine that it works just fine. I really don't grab for brushes to apply lipstick or liner, although sometimes I want to. I think I just feel too lazy to do that. I rather just grab a lip liner or just grab the lipstick and go. But this one, I've used it actually for concealing and cleaning up my wing. So like spot concealing, it's good because it's small, but when I do like a wing and I flick it out, I think this is great for applying the concealer right under it and just cleaning it up. That's what I've used it for, and that's what I really like it for. That's why it has concealer on it. So that's what I've used it for. I haven't done it with a lipstick or lip liner, but I definitely will try it that way. So this is the Studio 762 Small Angled Brush. This retails for $8. And I can't really read what it says because the pictures, for some reason on my phone, the pictures of the brush, like the different angles that they show on the pictures, are blocking the description of the brush. So I can't read exactly what it says, but I can tell you it says it's good to apply powder, liquid, or any cream product. It says it gives you a natural looking curve. and something angles perfectly to work along the lash line. I can see some of what it says, just not the entire paragraph. But anyways, this brush is amazing. I love it. So this brush is seriously one of my new favorite gel eyeliner brushes, as well as the other one, just because I don't have anything quite like this one with an angle on it. Like, I have other angled eyeliner brushes, don't get me wrong, but they're not nearly as good. Like, I'm always looking for one that has a smaller width of bristles. So this is the Sigma small angled E65, and the Bdellium Tools is more what I've always been looking for. Like, if you can look, it's so much slimmer. Let me see if I can show you guys. Oh, maybe if I go like this. Like, do you see how much skinnier the Bdellium Tools is on this side compared to the Sigma? It has a much thicker width of bristles. So I love the Bdellium Tools one, especially if you like to do winged liner. This is perfect. I mean, it seriously wings out the liner so good, and it's just, I don't know, it's just amazing for applying gel liner. I feel like you can get really good precision with this compared to other ones that I own. So this is like everything I've always been looking for in an angled eyeliner brush. I think that's why I've never really preferred them in the past, is because I've never found one that I love. But I absolutely love this one. It's amazing. So that was my review of all the Bdellium tool brushes that I own. There were some hits, there were some misses, but overall, in general, the majority of them were hits, and I would highly recommend them. Like I said, some of them felt a little rough and scratchy initially, but they did soften up a lot. And I mean, some of them are natural hair, like pony hair, goat hair, so of course more of a natural hair is going to be a little bit rougher. Now, I'm sure there's different types of hair. Like, I've never purchased a really expensive like brush like Kakahoto or anything like that, and those are more pricey, but the quality of the hair that they use is probably so much better. But if you want some affordable brushes, definitely check out Bdellium Tools. So all the ones with the yellow handles are from their Studio line, which are more affordable. But if you want a better quality brush, they do have the Maestro brushes. Those ones have a black handle, and they're a little bit more pricey, but I think the quality of them is nicer. Now, I have not tried any of those, but that's what I've heard, and I would definitely purchase them in the future. They have travel brushes, they have a set of bamboo brushes, they have special effects brushes, which I didn't pick up any of those, but like if you're a makeup artist, and I know a lot of makeup artists actually use these brushes, but if you're a makeup artist and you need special effects brushes, they have some. So yeah, they have a ton of different types of brushes. I mean, there's so many more on my wish list. I just thought I would start small and then branch out from there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, thought it was helpful. If you use Bdellium Tools and you have any recommendations, because they have so many different brushes that I would love to try more, just leave your recommendations down below. I would love to know which ones you love. So thank you so much for watching, as always, and I hope you guys have an amazing day.